Colin, and today I'm going to be reviewing Tenet, directed by Christopher Nolan. This was my most anticipated film of 2019. I'm a big fan of Christopher Nolan's work as a director. Inception and Dark Knight are two of my favorite films of all time. Inception's easily one of my favorite movies of the past 20 years, and it's just such an original film, and I felt that very much with Tenet. Now, Tenet is one of those movies where it just messes with your mind and it takes you on a ride. It's fun, it's brilliant, it's well written. I adored Tenet. Now, I know that this review is a few weeks late, but it wasn't playing in my area till a few days ago. And I stayed off Reddit, I stayed off of other sources just so I would be able to go in with an open mind. And I didn't want it, because I'm a Nolan fanboy, I don't want it to come off as I'm giving this movie a high rating because I'm going to love anything Christopher Nolan's name on. Because I wanted to sit with this movie in my mind for a few days to kind of process it and how I feel about it. And I adored this film. The protagonist is played by John David Washington. That's actually what he's called in the movie, the protagonist. And he's Denzel Washington's son. And he does a very good job in this movie at conveying the character's emotions and a sense of confusion, especially in the beginning. And I really liked Robert Pattinson in this movie. He's as Neil. He's easily one of my favorite up and coming actors. He's great in The Lighthouse. This might be one of my favorite performances from him. Elizabeth Deckie's Catherine is also a very good character that really surprised me. I liked her accent. The dialogue she was given was very good. And she had maybe my favorite ending of any of the characters in the film. And it is one of those movies where, like Dunkirk, like Interstellar, like Inception, I do feel that you should see it in the theater. Now, obviously, because of coronavirus and all that, you still should do social distancing. Like the theater I went to, me and my friend were in a very well socially distanced. There were only a few people in the theater, and we were all well spread out, so we didn't have anything to worry about. But I want you guys to be safe. But if you can, please do see this movie on the big screen because I mean the visuals, the cinematography, the music, it is just beautiful. And the characters in this movie, they really play off of each other in an interesting way because while the protagonist is basically in every scene, I think that they use the other characters well. And I noticed the nuance and layers to Neil's character. It was rooted in the way that he would interact with the protagonist, a sense of familiarity and comfort when they interact with each other in this strange and at sometimes incoherent world, feeling somewhat at home yet alienated from each other due to a traumatic past and unexpected future that will affect who they are and how they feel about each other. Pattinson and Washington just knocked it out of the park. They had certain phrases and words that I noticed tied back to Elizabeth's character in an odd way, a very Catherine's character, my bad. Um, but they just give more insight into who Catherine was, and I just think that that added a lot of layers to her and the control of history from those that strive to manipulate history of their personal gain at the expense of others. But I don't know, the action in this movie is incredible. A lot of the hand-to-hand combat scenes, the choreography is very good. It almost reminded me of John Wick in certain areas, and I was expecting. I know a lot of people expected this movie just to be a spectacle, but it is so much more than that. It is one of those movies where there's certain things about the plot. It's one of those movies like Us, like Inception, where not everything's meant to be taken literally. There's some stuff that's up for symbolism and up for speculation. Now, I've only seen it once, and I have definitely read into some of that. I don't think I'll do a symbolism video for it, but it is one of those movies where I expect to get a lot more out of it on each viewing. But the concept of Tenet is very much rooted in the concept of Seder Square, the basic idea that refers to the quote, Our Father, which is the opening of the Lord's Prayer, sent Tenet and the protagonist back in time to save the world. I believe this is a way to convey that he's the answer to this world's prayer. And following the path that guides him from preventing people from becoming transcendent by controlling people in history, the protagonist evolves from someone who does not quite understand their gifts to someone who believes that the faith of others can be changed, no matter how complicated the institution of power they change is. According to the Seder Square, the protagonist eventually realizes that they are the savior, the person who can travel through invisible doors due to holding on the answers now in their hands. But Kenneth Branagh, I mean, the scenery in here is incredible. And Ludwig Göransson, the score was really great. I mean, this movie was incredibly well written. The action was entertaining as hell. I really enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching my review. Please make sure to subscribe for more movie reviews. I'm gonna definitely be doing more over the next few weeks since I haven't been doing too many lately. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.